All right. Good morning, Anton.
Hey, Dharmesh, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How's it going?
Doing well. It's Thursday.
It's
Yes.
Thursday.
I'm,
TGIT.
I'm telling you, yesterday I was having a conversation with Joya from KE, and we were talking about the same thing that this year is flying by so fast. It's crazy because it's like, what did we do? She was like, I don't know. I'm like, me either. We did a lot, but don't know what to do because there's so many things happening that is just crazy time
Well, I'm glad you
in a
brought
good
that
way.
up. So last night, this is where it is. I was thinking about this, and I'm like, how many of our customers and our industry community actually know that we do housing? And how many people actually know how good it is with our integrations? I don't think we have shared that magic sauce with anybody, to be honest.
I
So,
agree
and
with
I,
you.
I think, I think this morning I kind of want to. Why don't we do that? Why don't we show the community what it looks like? What do you think?
I think it's a great idea, especially
All
if they
right.
don't have an idea all the good things that we have been working on in the past few months that are so crazy,
Okay,
exciting,
let's do
and
it.
super.
Okay, so reg is reg. So I'm gonna quickly dive into it. But the idea here is, in a typical scenario, we have our registration platform, as you know it, right? And
Mhm.
then with the registration platform, when someone completes their registration, it goes into housing as well, which is great. But
Right.
there's always a disconnect. In some cases, there's integrations happening, but there's only a main contact situation happens. So then typically what I've learned, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, from the customers that you're speaking with, is they have to export a list from registration, they have to export a list from housing, they have to try and do a differential, and then see who didn't make a reservation and do a marketing to that, correct?
You are
And
correct.
that
And
takes a
actually,
lot of time.
you are correct. In fact, that has become a double task when they would like to have a solution that is simplified, that you can actually just print one report and that gives you all the information that you want to have.
Right. Okay, so keep that in mind. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you how the process works. So we're all familiar with this, attending. If you're not, to the community, message Anton or I, and we can walk you through it, no problem. But I'm going to go super fast in this scenario. All right, so I have my prefix here. This is just a dummy registration that I've created earlier today. Oh, we have something to share with you, headshots. I'll
Okay.
I'll show you that another time. It's actually pretty
Okay.
cool.
Cool.
Anyways, so let's worry about that for another episode. Okay, so we're going through the reg process and da 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 da, going through it, blah blah blah. Selected my items here. It could be as complicated or as simple as you want. And then what's really nice is the additional registration page. So here I can add additional attendees that are coming with me on my registration, or for exhibitors, for example, they would have those exhibitors added here as well, right? And they can come back and update that at any time. All right, so now as the attendees going through, blah, 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 you got demographics here, and then you got some donation page. I personally like this page, but anyways, we can talk about it later as well. And then go and continue, da 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 da. Again, beautiful reg process, wonderful site, great. We got our different payment types. Just because we're doing demo, I'm gonna hit check so I don't have to type all the details in there. Okay, so this is where the magic happens. When I hit book my hotel,
Mm-hmm.
it's going into our housing system, right?
Right.
I'm just going to make sure it's lined up there. Perfect. And spoiler alert, we're launching a new version that's coming up. I'm super excited about that. Anyways, let's not talk about that right now. Okay, so going delegate here, what's really cool is I can see all the different blocks that are associated to this exhibitor, hypothetically speaking.
Okay.
Hitting reserve now, I'm gonna see the hotel information, which is really good. And I don't want to be at the Warwick, so I'm gonna go back here again, and maybe I'm gonna go to the Freehand Chicago, for example. All right, cool. So here I can either pick my date of the events if I have not done so already. I can select the rooms that I want, and I can go to another hotel added into my cart, so to speak. Hit continue here. And this is where the magic happens. So because this is a demo, I don't have the records linked right now. But in this case, right here in the drop-down list, you would see all the attendees that have registered, that you've registered in the registration system, that would show up as the drop-down. So I can click them and then associate them to their specific room. Now, why does this happen? Because we then link the reservation information to the attendee in the registration system. So once the registration is complete, so I'm going to skip this part. Again, we can set up a full demo if people want to go through it. This is where the magic is. I can go to my reg search now. And then I can say, hey, I want to find everyone that's housing is confirmed, housing has started, or I can do the reverse and find people who have not started, for example. So for this case, I can see, oh, here's test booth. This is just an example again. And then in this case, I can say, okay, this person, I want to send a marketing item to them. And I can, and how to do that, I would add them to a list. And then once I create a list, I can then send a marketing piece to them, right? The reverse is true too. So if someone didn't start their housing and I hit search on those folks, then I can get a list of the differential. I can select all of them, add them to a list, and then say, hey, you know, it looks like you've registered, but you haven't booked your hotel. Click here to do so. It's a really nice encouragement to help that pick up as well. And from a reporting standpoint, we also have the housing report built into the platform here. So you can immediately see all the attendees or participants who have made the reservation in an easy spot here. And we've taken it a step further. I can go to the profile. By the way, what do you think about the new back office?
I love it. I was gonna say that. I was saving that for last. It looks amazing. It looks so.
It's pretty cool, eh?
Really cool.
I like it. Anyways, let's not digress. So here we have the information here that's linked in as well, which is really nice. So right in the profile of the attendee or the participant, you can immediately see their reservation. What's really cool is if they went halfway through, then you could say incomplete reservation. So you can encourage that as well, which is really awesome.
You can retarget them with email saying like, yeah, we noticed that you registered but you didn't complete this section and so on and so forth, which is a huge help for them.
Exactly. So that's pretty much it. I think this solves the problem of having a really good registration platform integration with housing. Oh, I forgot one more thing. All right, so this is the other thing I wanted to show you, is the back office for Resiata, actually. So Resiata is our sister company. It's owned by StreamPoint, and I think it's beautiful. So right out of the gate, here you're going to see immediate information on what your pickup is going on. So the reporting data is fantastic, very easy to use. You're going to see how your trend analysis here. But on top of it, we have a bunch of reports that can definitely support you as well. So for example, let's say I wanted to check out my pace report. I can click on pace report here. And this will give me my pacing of the hotel, the days here, how many months out am I from the event, and those dates and how they're picking up. So that's an example, but all the reports actually have a really cool feature where you can export it. And I can also set up a share. So let's say I want to share this with, you know, my client or the hotel, just to let them know how things are going. You can set up a schedule and they will get that on an interval, which is really nice. And we're obviously updating the platform with your feedback, our customers' feedback as well. So just to know that. But anyhow, a lot of stuff happening here, a lot of features and whatnot, but I don't want to dive into that right now.
But that is so cool because think about it. We are simplifying the processes that many media planners go through. And for the most part, it's very manual. In this case, by having the automation of emails being sent to a specific people and also give access to whomever you feel is part of your organization that requires to have access to it with restrictions, it is a super key component. Not to mention also the fact that when you have this integration between registration and housing, you have data that you can actually utilized in the right way, because the big question that we have been having as I was participating at PCMA last week at the Spark event is like, yeah, you have data, but what do you do with it?
Yeah,
What
that's right.
do you do with it? And most people say, well, it's there, but how do you use it? In this case, we're making it simple and easy for them to actually say like, oh, Anton registered, but Anton didn't complete the housing. Why did that happen? So we can figure it out, find out, ask questions, and then say, oh, well, because he's gonna be in Chicago and he has family in Chicago, so he's staying with family. Got it. Perfect logical reason. Or he just walked away and forgot about it. So we can retarget and make sure that I make my reservation. So it's
funny you say that about data. I think we should do another chit chat about that too. Do you know what this is?
Oh, RFID.
Yeah. So how many times do we collect data and what happens to that data?
That's the big question.
Kinda
What
cool.
happens to the data?
Yeah. Right. So we should definitely chat about that next time and see what's
That'll be amazing. For
I
sure.
like it.
I love it.
All right. Cool.
Awesome.
Well, good morning. I love our morning chats as always. And
Likewise.
until tomorrow.
Until
We
tomorrow.
should come up with a name for this thing, you know? Chit chat with Anton and Darm or something.
In a cup of hello coffee.
I love it.
Hello.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much. And also to the community, we're going to be sharing this with you. Make you part of our morning chit chats once a week. And this is what we do. You know, we discuss, but we never share. So now we want to start sharing and tell you all the good stuff that's going on. But not only with StreamPoint, but also what's happening in the community as well. I really believe, sharing does elevate everybody around you, and that means internally with the business as well, and also externally with the community. So, and Anton connects with all of you in many ways out there, events and, drinks. He makes the best dinners, actually. So if you ever get invited by Anton, make sure you go.
Thank you.
All right, until next time. Bye.